Welcome, my dear student, in this computer organization unit subject, and we are discussing the unit number 4, the input of organization. As in the starting, we are study the accessing of the IO devices, and in the accessing of the IO devices, we understand that there are two ways to communicate the processor as well as to communicate the processor with the memory. So by using interrupt and by using DMA, that is the direct memory access. And after the last video, we completely discussed the basic important and things related with the interrupts. What is interrupt? How they can accessing? What is the priority in that one? Yeah, all these things that we are discussing in the last some videos. Now, from this video, we are trying to discuss the new and very important topic, that is direct memory access. Now, there is a particular block diagram will be in front of you. In that block diagram, it contain one block of a processor, another is main memory, and if you identify here, there is a common bus will be available, which is called as the system bus, and through that system bus, this processor as well as the main memory is to be interfaced. Along with that, it has some DICs and DMA controller also, and some first of all, DICs and two DICs are to be connected with that particular DICs and DMA controller. Along with that, it has the network interface is also given. Some printers and some keyboard are to be connected. Now, what exactly the DMA? DMA means a direct memory access. So you can access the memory directly without using a certain different partitioning part. So direct memory access controller which connect the high speed network to the computer bus. Because of that, what happen? Indirectly, the speed of your complete operation will get enhanced. DICS controller, it controls the two DICs and also has some direct memory access capability. Because of that, its working capability will also increase, and it provides the two different direct memory access channels also. It can also perform the two independent direct memory access operations, as if each disk has its own DME controller. The register to store the main memory address, word, count, and status and control information are to be duplicated. So exactly the direct memory access means that whenever we have to transfer the data for that purpose, we have to execute a certain data transfer instruction, and an instruction to transfer the input or output data is to be executed only after processor is determined that the IO devices is ready for the operation. For to do this, the processor either pull a status flag in the device interface, or it wait for the device to send a interrupt request. In either case, the considerable overhead is to be incurred, and because of that, the several program instructions must be executed for each data word to be transferred. In addition to the pulling the status register of the device, the instructions are needed for the tasks such as incrementing the memory address or keeping the track of the word count. And when the interrupt are to be used, there is a additional overhead associated with the saving and restoring of the program control, that is PC, and other different state of the information also. To transfer the large block of data with a high speed, we can use the alternative approach, and that approach is a special control unit may be provided to allow the transfer of block of data directly between external device and to the memory, and without the continuous intervention by the processor. This approach that we can use, which is called as a direct memory access. Normally what happens, it required a large amount of time for accessing the memory because of certain different multiple appliances will be connected with that memory. So or to avoid that time, or to reduce that operational time, we can access the memory directly. And here you can observe the properly, there is a direct memory controller will also given. That direct memory controller will also play the important role, that direct memory access, transfer, and perform the control circuitry associated with the input output devices. We can refer to this circuit, which is called as a direct memory controller. Will be I already shown you this. There are two direct memory DMA controller are to be there. The DMA controller, it allows the direct data transfer between the device and a main memory without involving the processor. This means that it performs the function that would normally be performed by the processor and when accessing the main memory. For each byte and for each word transfer, it must be provide the memory address and all the bus signals that control the data transfer. Since it has to be transferred the block of data, that direct memory controller must incrementate the memory address as appropriate for the successive byte or the for successive word also, or keep the track of number of data transfer, how many number of data transfers to be take place. That also be play a vital role in that one. In the direct memory access, we can also say that it is a special control unit that may be provided to transfer the block of data directly between IO devices and the main memory without using a processor, without continuous intervention by the processor, that we can call. The control unit which perform this transfer is a part of this IO devices interface circuit. And this control unit, which we already told you, this is called as the direct memory access controller. This direct memory access controller performs the different functions that would be normally carried out by the processor. For each word, it provides the memory address and all the control signals. To transfer the block of data, it increments the memory address and keep that track of that number of transfer. That way, this memory that can be accessed directly without interfacing or without intervening the different controller, without intervening the different parts of the circuitry. Although the direct memory access controller can transfer the data without intervention from the processor, its operation must be under the control of program executed by the processor. And to initiate the transfer of block of word, the processor send the following data to the controller and the starting address and the number of word in the block and the directions of the transfer also. On receiving the information, the direct memory access controller proceeds to perform the request transfer. And when the entire block has been transferred, the controller informs the processor by raising the interrupt control. That was very important. So in this way, the direct memory access will be good work. Again, there are some important points in the direct memory access part that we can discuss in a next video. So keep watching that. Thank you.